I think it's a better path. I think the Warriors, we wanted to win. We wanted to be in the playoff, have that extra couple of days. But if we beat Memphis tonight, which won't be easy, right? It's a tough game. They play hard. I think the Warriors have to put effort, be locked in, but we can do it. We have beat them the last 4 out of the last 5 games, but it's going to be a tough matchup. Also, I think it's going to build on the Warriors, right? As we go through, I disagree with, I think we can beat the Lakers. I think we can beat anyone if we walk into the playoffs because you expect the players to step up. But today we're going to talk about the 3 key mistakes that Steve Kerr did in this Clippers game that led us to the play-in. Let's not talk about the rest of the season. We did a lot of mistakes. We could have fixed a lot of stuff, but specifically against the Clippers, he did mistakes which I don't think we can afford to have in the playoffs. I don't think we can afford to have tonight. And we're going to talk about that. First of all, you're in a game against a team that has been hot, that has 2 superstars. You have James Harden, you have Kawhi Leonard. It's a very well built team. And then you have their superstars playing around 48 minutes and Stephen Curry and Jim Butler playing. It's Stephen Curry playing 38, right? Jim Butler play a little bit more, but you have your main superstar not being there for a lot of the game. And I understand Curry is facing something in his finger, but it's a big game. It's a big opportunity. Like, I don't think that is a smart decision. And we have seen that before when things are in the line and then Curry's on the bench and everyone wants, like, we know he's the guy that can change the game for the Warriors, right? So it doesn't make sense for me. It doesn't sound to me that it's something that Curry's chiming in and saying I agree with. It's more a Steve Kerr decision that sometimes looks very methodic to me. So I think that made a huge difference. James Hart was cooking. Stephen Curry was playing well. Jim Butler was playing well. Kawhi Leonard was playing well. And we have our main superstar playing less minutes than all the other ones, which I do think was a main impact in the game. Together with the rotation, I think there was a massive bad decision around playing Gary Payton II so much in this game. Look, I understand he's a defensive guy. He has played well in other games, has made an impact. But James Harden was killing him, was cooking him during the game. Moses Moody, I think, was defending better in the beginning. And we still saw a lot of Gary Payton playing this. And I don't think he made an impact as Steve Kerr was expecting, as he wanted, or he didn't see. I don't think that we needed to try something different. I think I lacked seeing, for example, we had a lot of sloppy loose balls, which we couldn't handle. I think we lacked a little bit of effort at some times of the game. And Guy Santos, for example, he was out of the rotation. Is some guy that definitely brings that to the table, could have been tested. He's taller than Gary Payton. We had Zubac was killing this game. The lack of size was another problem. A lot of times when Kevin Looney was in the game or Quinten Pulse was time that Zubac wasn't there. So this combination of the rotational players and the way that their minutes are being utilized, it doesn't make sense for me at all. Like, I think it was a lack of matching with what you needed for this specific game. And even though we still had a chance, a shot at the end, I think the Clippers were able to make some runs because of the combination, the 5 players that we had on the floor at those moments, and the lack of the ability of matching or providing some stronger matches against them. So that for me didn't make sense of what he was providing. And I think we can afford something like that. Like, look, Kawhi, James Harden, they were playing really well. Even Draymond Green wasn't being able to stop them very often. They really had a strong game, and you needed to bring something else, to bring someone that is going to make a fall. And I think Guy Santos was one that in my mind could have played more in this game because, for example, he puts a lot of that energy and he goes for the rebounds and the sizing and jumping all around the ring. So I lack seeing that in this game. I'm not going to talk, if you're expecting, before we go to the last point, about the shot selection in the last play of the game. I think, like, I'm one of the opinion, it's too obvious. Everyone expects Stephen Curry to take that shot. All the Clippers coaching staff, all the Clippers player, all the fans in the arena, all the fans watching the game. It's too obvious. It's too easy to create something and to create a hard shot. Even if Stephen Curry gets the ball with 6 seconds left, it's too hard to create something he's gonna really get a good looking. And I know Buddy Hield, I've criticized it. So many of you has criticized as well, but he's a shooter, right? So I don't think, and he got a good looking. I think he really shot bad. You can put him on that on his bill, but I think the shot selection on that one was good. And even Draymond Green said that, right? Basically, at the end of the game, with all the mistakes that were done, it came down to 2 plays. Draymond Green missing that layup, which I still don't understand what he was trying to do, and Buddy Hield missing that 3-point shooting. So that was key towards the end. It could change the game. And as we know, while during the season, we had a lot of cases like this where it was so close and we did some key mistakes, which cost us the game. And then it comes to my last point, which I think is a key factor for us. Jonathan Kuminga, right? When Butler came, and here I was skeptical about it, and he started playing well. I said, like, now the X factor, it's Jonathan Kuminga. When he's back from injury, can he be that third scorer? Can he even be better than what Brandon Porzingis was being in a few games and be that third thread? But if Steve Kerr is not capable of making these guys playing together in Kuminga with his skill set playing, I think that puts the Warriors with a lot of less perspective and chance in the playoff. We need to fit this guy. I think Kuminga is a guy that he has a lot of stuff to improve, but he can be a threat, especially offensively. So we need to match him. Like, if you're not going to play your superstar all the minutes that the other team superstar is playing, you need to have scoring threats there that bring something different. So I also think that not playing Kuminga as it has been doing, and we also saw in this game, it doesn't make sense. And it's going to be a problem in the playoffs. Like the West is very challenging, right? Every single team in the playing and playoffs has a real chance. Some more than others, but they're all a threat. Like, you can't really say maybe 1-2 cases that you can say this team doesn't have any chance, but everyone else can step in. You could see Luka going for the Lakers or LeBron. OKC's number 1 spot. The Houston Rockets have been hot. Kawhi Leonard is definitely a threat, and James Harden, they have experience to make a run. The Warriors can make a run with Stephen Curry stepping in, Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler. So everyone's a threat. Like, we have Jokic with Denver. So we really need Kuminga to be part of the mix. Otherwise, I don't think the Warriors can make that, because everyone else that I mentioned, they have threats beyond this guy. Look at each team, and you will see that they have at least 3 solid players that you can count in, that at least 80% of the games will be there. And that's what's sort of lacking for the Warriors right now. You have Curry, you have Draymond Green, and then you have all this cast, the supporting cast, which it's really like 50-50. You never know if they're going to be there or not. And we need more of that. So Steve Kerr needs to figure out how Jonathan Kuminga fits at the Warriors. The Warriors are playing tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific time against Memphis. We play at home. If we win, we go straight to the playoffs. We face the Rockets over the weekend. If we lose, we're going to face another playing game at home with whoever wins between the Kings and the Dallas Mavericks. That's the path that the Warriors has ahead. I think they have all the chances, but it won't be easy, and we cannot afford having one of those poorly shooting nights or one of our stars off. So they need to be locked in. I hope you enjoyed the game. I'm glad to be back. I know I've been away for almost a month, or maybe even more. Work has been crazy, but I'll be here tomorrow talking about the game. And let's go Warriors.